Hello and welcome back to Ministry of Madness. Please be warned that this is an 18+ channel with adult content and views. No responsibility is held by the host for words or views of others. Please, viewer discretion advised and warning has been given. If you are a bit snowflakey or a complete melty cunt, then please just leave and save yourself from the fucking hurty words or views of panelists. Thank you.
Some people say that wearing a condom reduces sensitivity.
Good morning.
How we doing?
Morning.
You all right?
Yeah, all good. All good. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
All good. Yeah, motherfucking who?
Yeah. Good rest last night, so
I've
refreshed
only had
after
about 2 hours sleep.
night before. So
Oh, that's good. Have you just started?
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I've been up a while, but it took me a while to wake up. I'm not used to getting so much unbroken sleep, sort of 6 or 7 hours. So when I woke up this morning after 6 or 7 hours, I went back to sleep for an hour. So I never do that. I'm usually straight up and straight at it,
Well, I gave myself a little surprise. I got all ready and dressed and out to do my bits and bobs and looked at my paperwork and thought, oh, fucking hell, I don't have to be at the hospital until half an hour later than I thought I did. So that's a nice letter start, because I thought I was running late. I was stressed out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'm terrible for. I hate being late for anything. I'm always early, and if I am late, it bugs me. It really, really bugs me. It shouldn't bug me, but it does. And other people.
I'm always late to everything except for work for some reason. I'm always on time for work. So.
Yeah. Yeah, if I've got to sit out, if I'm picking one of the daughters up or one of the grandkids, if I'm sat there for 5 or 10 minutes waiting and they know I'm there, I get pissed at that.
Yeah, that would wind me up.
I'm not very good at waiting. I'm not very. I've learned patience, but I'm not.
I'm not good with kids.
I'm not very patient when it comes to appointments, people of authority. Sort of. Official appointments, Morning, Wang.
Hello,
Wang.
Morning, mate. I thought I'd change my name because there's too many Jasons about now.
Yeah, there is a few.
Yeah, there is.
There is a few, yeah.
How are we doing?
You can be the big Wang.
Well, I am because the cat's quite small, so I'm the big one.
Exactly. You got big Wang and little Wang.
Exactly.
Big Wang, little Wang cardboard box.
That works for me, yeah. I was back then doing that in the day. Well, not that. I was getting down. But
get down on it.
Yeah, I've had a great time surfing about and that.
Yeah,
very good, very good.
The last week or two, I've not gone dark on YouTube, but I've just got back into gaming. I've never done any sort of online gaming, so I've just got a couple of people have said, "Oh, come on, we got the same game, we got the same console, so we've been doing some online gaming,
Was it Grand Theft Auto?
Grand Theft Auto, yeah.
Yeah, I love that game, and yes.
I've done the.
Well, I'm looking at starting some gaming soon, but I need some ideas.
Yeah, it's a good game, and if you're playing it in like multiplayer, like interactive, that's even better, isn't it?
Yeah.
Starting some other gang, isn't it?
Yeah. That's it. I go into GTA 5 and I won't hang around in the public online forums.
Yeah.
The public game, because there's too many people in your fucking earpiece.
I know 2 people who've got married.
I go private. I go private and then invite friends in. I've only got 3.
I know 2
friends. So,
I know 2 English people who met and married someone on the PlayStation in the death when you die.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to in that room. They meet in their chat, and then 2 different people got married.
Yeah.
Crazy,
In real
isn't it?
life.
Yeah.
That's pretty
But that's
cool.
good, man. Yeah, it's all
Yeah.
right.
I prefer the military games. I've got one I haven't even started yet, but
What's
I'm
it
going to
called?
do.
You know what used to be my favorite game?
What's that?
Command and Conquer Red Alert.
Huh?
I never got into Command and Conquer.
What are you,
Oh, man,
buddy?
it's
What you waiting to play? What is it?
Me?
Yeah.
Call of Duty, Modern Warfighter.
Do you know, I was going to say Call of Duty. Yeah, God, basically. No. Oh, yeah.
I went to buy Vanguard, Call of Duty Vanguard,
Yeah,
and I took the Vanguard case up to the fucking counter,
yeah.
and I didn't realise, but they gave me Modern Warfighter 2, which was the same price.
Yeah.
But I didn't. I've had this about 5 months without loading it up and didn't realise that I had the wrong game.
Well, I look forward to seeing you have a go on that.
Yeah, I'm going to do it from the start, I think, and
Yeah.
I might do it live and say do the training on one live and the first mission, and then stop it, and then do.
I like it when Jack Your Body does it. It's quite relaxing to watch, actually. You know.
Yeah, it is. I like some of the gaming stuff.
Yeah.
I like that truck one that you guys sometimes do, where you drive the truck, the lorry.
Yeah.
Right. You're looking well, Ministry. You're looking really well, bruv.
Yeah, you are. Have you been out in the sunshine?
Yeah, man. You
I've
got
been
like having a little break or something that's revitalised your saying. You know, you've had some good
It's all that sleep you had last night.
Yeah.
It is all the sleep I had last night. I've been sort of not deliberately sort of
You've just gone flat in yourself.
It's just I don't want to. I can't be asked with arguing. Not that I've been involved at all, but I don't want to continuously
Let's get back to the good shit, you know?
same thing, I don't want to hear the same thing over and over. So, I'll watch everyone I like streams, but if it goes on to something that I heard the day before, I might turn it off. I might listen. It's
one of them things where you go, not at the minute, maybe later. It's one of them sort of things, isn't it?
Yeah.
When I stream through
There's no point in chasing your tail, is there?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, plus, obviously I get a bit of grief, and I do get drama on the channel. That's going to happen. It's going to happen, but I'd rather keep it to a minimum. But it is going to happen. So I'd rather not go onto other people's panels and involve myself. I'll have my opinion, which I don't very often, but lately I have been jumping up and giving it my straight opinion rather than keeping it to myself.
Sometimes you feel better that way.
I'll never detract from people. I won't go on and rah. You're doing this wrong. You're doing that wrong. People can do what they want. Have on who they want and whatever. That's completely up to them. I'm not gonna chastise people for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
It's good you're looking into other things to relax yourself with YouTube. It's good. I think that's good. It's a positive thing.
And
I went and looked at bikes yesterday, and I just can't see myself sitting on one of them tiny little seats.
My cycling days are done, I think. Cycling days are done. I'm due another bike, but I'm gonna have to wait until I move. I can't commit to a bike until I move. So
maybe I can get there and get one
as
of
soon
those
as my brother's is
MOT.
Yeah, as soon as my brother's bike's MOT'd, I will be ripping that around town. He doesn't
What's he got?
He doesn't know yet. He's got an ER5.
He don't know either. Oh dear. Never mind.
No, he doesn't know I'm going to rip it yet, but he's got an ER5.
What a brother's for?
My birthday's next week, and my family's looking for something to get me. Maybe I'll have them get me an electric bike.
Yeah.
Yeah. Man.
Some of them are quite nice. The seats just look so uncomfortable.
Yeah. Even them exercise bikes look bloody uncomfortable to me.
Yeah. I used to love, obviously because of where I live, I used to love a bit of off-road BMXing, and obviously I've had lots of mountain bikes in the past, but what with me being a lazy fucker and having a few injuries, there's no way I'd trust myself coming down the mountain on a mountain bike anymore. No way.
Right.
Motocross bike, yes. Mountain bike, no.
Yeah, fuck that.
To be honest, I don't think I'd be able to cycle very far anyway, because I ruptured one calf, completely ruptured it, ripped the fucking, I don't know what it's called, but the calf's like 3 or 4 layered muscles, and I ripped one completely from the bone.
Would
so
you say
physio.
tendon or something?
Yeah, it snapped off completely.
Oh.
And the muscles gave way, not the tendon. The tendon gave on the bottom of the muscle, and the muscle gave and contracted completely. So I had
Did you
to
scream? I'd have screamed.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I had 8
But you did
crutches,
on a screen.
physio. But at the moment, my other calf, I'm getting tightening in it, and it feels like the other one did before it ruptured. So I'm I'm being anxious about where I'm walking at the moment as well, just until I, stretch my calf and get some ibuprofen cream into it to loosen it up a bit.
Yeah, might be worth looking into something like some physios. See if
It's all rugby injuries that are just adding up. It is, because of my age. I did look after myself when I was playing, but I had to give up dead. I had to just stop because of injury, and that meant I had to stop going to the gym as well immediately. And I was a gym monkey. I was 5 days a week in the gym. So not always doing heavy weights, but I do say 2 days of heavy weights and 2 or 3 days of just light stuff. But I had to knock it all on dead. So that wasn't very good for me.
Right. That would
get deterioration and tendonitis and stuff, and I've got carpal tunnel in my wrists.
Oh God!
From rugby and from playing bass guitar.
And does that I've struggled with the pads on the PS. Yeah, now I struggle. I can have a little go, but I can't do like hours and hours. Never. I can never do that. But
touch wood, I haven't had any problems since I gave up playing bass guitar. I did I could stop the pain of my carpal tunnel. It would just be stiff, but I'd have to take my wrist up around the tendons there, really tight, and it because the carpal tunnel is fucking air pockets in the tendons.
Okay.
They expand. Oh fuck it! It can be awful. Like you said, from getting it.
Hey man, you should have done a Mark King and just slap bass that bitch. Yeah.
I can't play slap bass. That's one thing I've never taught myself is slap bass.
Oh man, you could do a tutorial on YouTube. It's just fantastic. I should do it. I just say it's all the tuning it in and that's gonna blow me away though. But yeah, see if I can give up the bass, but heavy.
Yeah, I'll take it up. I'll take it up again eventually. I had someone ring me last week and ask if I was available for a cover band. But I kindly turned him down and said, "Not yet. I'll let you know when I am."
So you just got to recover.
Go on, Jace.
You just got to recover. Carpal tunnel. You can go, can't it?
I gave up the band, and I've said this before. I gave up the band for my own reasons. Nothing to do with my bandmates. They're all fucking sound. And they didn't want me to leave, and they said, "We'll wait for you." But I had my own problems I was going through. That meant I couldn't. I just couldn't carry on. Physically, I was fine. Mentally, not.
You couldn't participate anymore. I understand.
I've said, and I'll be honest about it. I didn't deal with bereavement, and that led to severe depression and anxiety, which led to agoraphobia. But I caught it early on because I knew, obviously, because of my previous job, I knew what was happening to me. But it did take pushing from my missus to go to the doctors to sort myself out. And so the best thing I did was, and I'd say this to anybody, talk to Mind. If you're having any problems, Mind do an intensive course over 6 weeks or 8 weeks where they phone you weekly on a one-to-one basis. And it was the job centre who actually put me up onto that, not the doctors. The job centre put me onto that.
And that's Mind, is it?
That's
Mind.
quite good.
Mind, yeah.
Mind.
I didn't know that was available. I'll look into that. Thank you.
Yeah. I had an intensive therapy course where they ring you every week, and obviously, because it's someone you don't know, you open up, and you tell them things that
I struggle to find bereavement counseling. I've really struggled to find it.
Yeah, you tell them things that you wouldn't want to lump your partner or spouse or family member with, because that can sometimes be detrimental, burdening your family members, even though they're there to help. Sometimes it's best to offload to someone independent.
The thing I found with that is that you talk and then you break down and then you walk out there feeling terrible, but later on you feel actually a lot better.
Yeah, it was good for me because it was because of the COVID thing. It was all done over the phone, and I think this one is all done over the phone. So it was really there's stuff they send you stuff online through email, coping strategies and whatever, and sort of give you little hints about what they're going to ask next time, but not too much.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, probably a good therapist doesn't give you the answers; they get you to come to the answers yourself, don't they?
Yeah. Libertarian, nothing to feel embarrassed about. I felt embarrassed first time I spoke to my job counsellor about it. Obviously, I was on the sick. After I finished work, the doctors put me straight on the sick, and then I didn't go to the job centre straight away. I was living off my savings, and my job coach gave me a bollocking for using my savings to live on. She was the first one that I sort of, apart from the doctor, she was the first one I said to, look, I have got issues about going out publicly and stuff. It wasn't, I was out every day with the dogs, but I wouldn't go out and socialise. Couldn't go out with the band.
You didn't want to look anyone in the eyes.
No. All that sort of stuff. So, I needed to do something.
Yeah. I know that feeling.
I'm glad you did, mate. That will stay in my mind now. Yes. If I need that, or anyone I know does, I can say that now. So good.
Yeah, I know a few people that have used them. The local mental health team were taking their time. I took the option that the job centre offered me, because obviously I'd explained to my coach what my issues were and why I was on the sick, because I had to keep going to appointments anyway for the first few months.
Right.
So she understood my issue.
Yeah.
So she, like I said, she was the one that put me onto Mind and this intensive therapy course. So, I can't thank her enough, to be honest.
Well, if it's helped, man, I understand what you're saying. Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, I knew what was going on, but
how to deal with it.
I was struggling to deal with it. Yeah. That was it.
When it's yourself, it's hard,
Yeah, bereavement is a terrible thing to deal with. Even pets get depression when their owners died. Do you know what I mean? Especially in dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my dog has only just got over his mum going, and that's sort of a fortnight ago now. So he's just got over that. But I'm lucky I've got my brother's dogs next door, so he sees my brother's dogs every day, which is a good thing.
Yeah. But you can tell, can't you? Animal, you can tell.
On a brighter note, what's everyone up to? I know UK lady's got an appointment. Were you up to anything today, Jace?
I was sitting here thinking, do you want to go and get your hair cut? No.
Yeah, I was still better after a haircut.
Yeah. Oh, yes. So I'm sort of just thinking about things like that at the minute. Shall I go for a ride? Yes. No. Yes. No. So I'm just quandering what to do.
Yeah. I used to get like that with a bike, indecisive whether to go out or not. But then when I went out,
I mean, fuck the traffic. I mean, I don't worry about traffic. The bike's small enough. I'm not going in the car. But at the minute, I just sitting here enjoying this, contemplating what to do. Really, I need to. I'll probably make myself a bit of jam on toast or something, and a cup of tea. And
I
then
tried to have a piece of toast earlier and I couldn't stomach it.
Oh, right. And then probably just carry on quandering.
What's your favorite jam?
That's a good one. I do like a lot of jams.
Sorry, I was muted then. I was talking to my brother.
Yeah, no worries, man. No worries.
I could never find my favorite.
I mean, naturally strawberry, but I love marmalade as well. So,
Yeah, I've never had that.
marmalade,
Not
love.
cherry jam. Or any cherry jam is my favourite.
Oh, do you know what?
Really?
I like
Yeah.
cherry compote, so I'll probably like that cherry jam in it.
My favorite is blackberry, but I struggle to find it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I find the cherry one is like, the cherry pie filling.
yes.
It's the cherry jam I like.
American
It's like that.
cherry pie.
American style cherry jelly, yeah.
I think with the blackberries, you might have to make your own because like they're in
There's a few places that do it,
Ah, right.
but you've got to catch it at the right time. So if you ever see blackberry jam, let me know.
I feel like going somewhere and going blackberry jam, please.
See one.
Well, the worst is I first tried black currant, thinking, oh, that'll be nice. Was it? Fuck, it was nothing like it.
Nah, you just get a load of berries on your plate.
Pick up it.
I love blackberries. That's my favorite berry, probably.
Yeah, they used to be in real big abundance in this country. So you go blackberry and that.
Yeah.
Used to be great.
It's only going to be a couple of weeks. Yeah, it's only going to be a couple of weeks, and the wild fruit's going to start around where I am.
That's
Because
it.
of the old rail line, we got a lot of wild strawberries.
Oh yeah.
I'll have to make you some jam if I find some.
They're tiny, tiny little things, but they're the sweetest strawberries you will ever find. But
I
they're
know,
tiny.
Yeah, that's the one you like.
I just, when
I'll
I'm
have to
out
make you
walking the
some
dog,
specialist jam.
yeah.
My upstairs neighbours, they grow strawberries
Well,
in the garden.
Yeah.
It's great. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah, there's probably some wild ones up in my garden that I haven't
Lovely.
done anything with for a couple of years. Well, that's my brother's now.
Do you know what was popular back in the day? And I don't ever touch it. Rhubarb. I never touch it. Yeah.
I was never a fan.
Rhubarb.
It's easy to grow.
Rhubarb crumble. I used to love it. But
Well, that's what I like to make is apple and blackberry crumble.
yeah, that's nice.
I was never a fan of rhubarb. I think it must be age that I've acquired a taste for it the last couple of years. Crumble or tart.
Can I teach you one of my baking secrets?
Right. What about rhubarb and custard, the sweets? They were nice. No?
Yeah.
Do you want to know a baking secret? Whenever you're
Go on,
baking something that calls for apples, if you replace one of the apples with a pear, you get the same kind of sweetness, but it's much richer and a deeper texture as well.
Yeah, I
But you
bet
can't
that.
really taste the difference. You just know it's nicer.
Yeah. I mean, I think they should do that with, they do like peach cobbler. I think they should do
Oh, I
a
love peach cobbler.
pear cobbler. Why not pear cobbler?
Or pineapple upside down cake.
Oh, how about what do they call it with the ice cream in the middle and they put it baked Alaska?
Baked Alaska. Yeah, that's difficult to make.
The quattro on the bottom, that's nice. That is nice. I like a bit of science in my cooking. You put ice cream in an oven and it works.
Yeah, I'd like to see them doing that on Bake Off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No air bubbles and you're in. Just use a spatula with water and you're in.
Yeah. Nutter was having a whinge earlier about his gourmet egg. Did you see it?
No,
His
I
gourmet,
didn't.
He had a gourmet Scotch egg from the market and it had a cold runny yolk. He wasn't happy. It went in the bin.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust that at all.
I do like a runny yolk, but I thought about it and I thought, yeah, he's probably right about the cold yolk.
Was it from Marks and
Whatever.
Spencer's by any chance?
No, it was from a market, I think.
Okay.
Ew.
Because they advertise it in Marks and Spencer's up the road from me.
Yeah, they do.
Sort of
egg,
bit of a
don't they?
runny egg in it,
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it would make you think twice, isn't it? So it should be hard boiled.
Well, for the first time in my life, I bought a packet of hard-boiled eggs at the lunch counter the other day because I was craving eggs.
They're nice with salt, bit of salt and pepper, nice.
That's all I had with it. Yeah, but I've never bought a pot of eggs in my life.
Yeah.
I usually just cook them,
Yeah.
but I was on the go, and that's what I fancied.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
they
a
do-
bit. I'm a
Sorry.
bit of a bugger for my scrambled eggs. My missus reckons they're not cooked because I like them sort of creamy and sort of on the verge.
A bit of butter, a bit of milk in there, yeah.
Yeah, but my kids will take my eggs over the missus's eggs any day of the week.
Better texture,
But
better
they're
taste.
barely cooked. My scrambled eggs.
Right.
Some
Yeah.
people are like, "Oh, I couldn't eat that. And I'm, "Oh, yeah."
It goes
On the
down
way
to-
back, I'm gonna have to show you this drive. It's fucking gorgeous where I'm at.
Well, big drive, like a mansion drive.
No, like in the countryside, picturesque countryside village.
Oh, right. Have you got a camera facing the other way then for accidents?
Well, I can turn this one around for later, yeah.
Ah, okay.
No, my phone or my car picks up all that stuff. It's built
Oh no,
to-
same down here, Heister. Same gourmet eggs and shit on the market down here, are mega expensive.
Bloody are, aren't they?
Fucking.
They are.
My missus bought us some geyser the other day from the market, being cooked up in front of you
I
on the
love
market. 6 mixed geyser, £8.
What?
For 6. Honest.
Those are my favorites. Fucking hell.
£8. It's like 12 quid for 12. So the more you bought, the cheaper they got. But
All right.
we had 3 each for a
Yeah, I could just
snack.
sit and eat those all day.
I could eat them all day, especially when they're browned up in front of you.
Proper.
Oh yeah.
If there weren't so many foxes about, I'd probably have some chickens in the garden or something.
Yeah,
They're just not safe.
yeah, John.
Hey, John.
The best ones I ever had were from a Japanese restaurant. The duck and pheasant.
I think your car interfered with the egg. I think
That's my egg on legs. John says I'm an egg on legs. I am an egg on legs. I don't like that anymore.
Call. Oh,
Yeah, I think your car talked to you about communication, UK lady. But you carry on driving safely. That's all that matters at the end of the day. Yeah, we can't hear you, love, but don't worry about it. Driving's the most important. Yeah.
Signal. Yeah, Yogi. Eggs have gone off the chart. I've got 3 chickens out the back. Well, they're my brothers as well. So
Hey.
I get some free rangers, probably 6 a week or something off them. And we buy 6 a week. So
I'd love some chickens out there, man. Can't have
yeah,
the
I've had them on camera. They come in. They come in
can't
the
have
house.
the rooster about though. That would the
No,
neighbours would kill it.
Yeah, there's 3 ends. I've got a concrete yard.
Right.
So, it's easy for them to clean up after them and whatnot.
I'm tempted to buy a GoPro and helmet fixings. Well, just buy the fixings for a GoPro and just because I'm thinking A, good footage and that, and B, if anything happens, at least I've got it on film.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a GoPro. I haven't used it for about fucking 6 months, I don't think.
Right. With the things with that, innit? You've got to keep it battery sort of going every month or so, innit?
Yeah.
I need to get one. I was thinking of getting a 10 or 11. What do you reckon? What's the newest one?
I'm not sure what the newest one is. I've got Hero.
Probably get a 10 or something.
Yeah, I've got Hero 8 Black.
Right.
People reckon the Hero 4s and 5s are still really good.
Cool.
But I've got the Hero 8 Black and I've got a media mod for it, which is a case you put it in.
Yeah.
So you can run a bigger battery. You can run external microphones. Plus, it's got 3 or 4 enhanced mics on it. Morning, John.
Hey, John.
Morning.
All right. Yeah, mate.
Yeah,
Good.
all good.
Good to see you bright and breezy.
Yeah. Well, the weather ain't all that today. It's all fucking clouded over, man. Shit.
Oh,
No,
it's here.
It's
Look
horrible
at
and cold
Look
here.
at this. Hey, the sun, mate. It's all right. Yeah, it's good.
Maybe
12
it'll
degrees
break.
here this morning. Bit chilly this morning.
Yeah. It's no good,
Oh, the
man.
wind. You're right. The wind. I can sit in a bigger tree. It is a little bit windy, but the washing not blowing. So it must be up high. The higher you go, innit? That's where the winds and that is. Yeah. Good day to fly a kite.
Well, I'm going swimming. So.
Oh, nice.
I asked someone on a panel last night. I went, "Who can swim?" It was a bit of a mixed reaction.
I haven't been swimming
Some
for
people
ages.
don't like water, do they?
Well, yeah, like you know, them people.
Land Rover.
I've got one of my brothers. He can't swim, yeah, and I went, "I'll fight you out at sea."
I could never understood that people who can't swim. It's the most natural thing.
Yeah, I
I find
suppose
it strange.
it starts from young, isn't it? You know.
Yeah, people who can't swim and people who don't like dogs or scared of dogs, I just find mildly irritating.
Yeah, they haven't learned their life skills, have they?
I've been out swimming as long as I can remember, but we used to have swimming lessons in school, and I can always remember it. But I could swim before that. You know, I could always swim before ever taking any swimming lessons. So I was one of the ones that was jump straight in and off I go.
But
you know,
they slowed us down because they said, right, hold on to the sides and kick. Hold this, but do all this bullshit. I've been going down the beach for years. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I love water. I need to. Do you know? I might actually go to a swimming pool. But the thing is, it's a bit hectic sometimes. Some people are doing laps. Others are, you know, and you get in the way. You're always trying to get out of the way. You know.
They split it where I go. It's just they have 3 lanes or 2 lanes roped off.
Right.
You want to do the
same where I go as well. I haven't been for ages.
Right.
Yeah. I've done wild swimming, but that's about it. I haven't been to the pool for maybe 2 years.
I used to go to the Prince Regent and the King Alfred. In the one in Worthing, they've closed the old one down and built a new one next to it, which I don't understand why, but okay.
Well, they need modernising. Basically, there's a lot more, and they have gyms with them and saunas and all that. And
there's a gym along like Shoreham High Street, and it's all steamed up and all that shit. From panting and breathing. You think they'd have some duct system to suck all that out? So. I think even though being healthy, it's an unhealthy look in the window when you can't, they can't see out.
I don't like gyms. They're too fucking sweaty. You go on the equipment and it's just dripping with sweat.
Oh,
and you just think,
it's not my cup of tea, that sort of thing.
No. Have you ever tried one of them running machines?
I did once, and thank God I put the tag on that if you come off then it stops.
Oh mate, I couldn't get the hang of it. Like, I just thought, fuck this. I think I went about 3 times and just thought, nah.
I've never been any sort of distance runner. Sprinting is about my thing. That's it.
I think back in the day I had enough to get out of the way or something. Maybe that's about it. That's about it. No distance.
Well, I've always cycled. I've always been on my bike, so it's just natural.
I need to go over and have a look at Box Hill. Yes, I need to have a look.
It's blinding. For England, it's about, mind you, up north, when I see some of the hills and all that up north, I'm going to have to try some of them. But, for down here, it's about the best we got, really. I've been up there loads of times.
I want to know why you got there. What's
Tour of Britain, John? Do you watch a Tour of Britain on telly?
Yeah, when it's on. Yeah. But
I live at the top of what they call the Tumble. In South Wales, it's one of the. I'm not sure if it's one of the sprint stages, but it's one of the most grueling uphill stages, I think, on the tour.
Yeah.
John, what's your reward when you get to the top? Do they sell sausage rolls?
there is a little cafe up there, like
That's what I
um,
thought. I remembered saying like that.
yeah, it's
Apparently,
like
they
a
used to
national,
sell banging sausage rolls.
yeah. There's like National Trust place shop up
Yeah,
there, so you know it's a place of outstanding beauty. Like,
yeah.
type thing.
South Downs
But,
has got that as well. So you got natural bits of beauty. I have, and I'm sure you have as well,
yeah,
Matrix.
yeah,
And
yeah. No,
and Gripper as
what
well.
I
He
do,
lives the North Downs. I'm the South
yeah,
Downs.
yeah.
So yeah,
What I really want is like the mountains you get in Europe because they are fucking brutal. Man.
yeah. When
They
they do
are.
the Tour de France and all that sort of stuff, them
Uh,
mountain stuff. Oh, the uphill
um,
and shit. Oh my god.
Yeah,
I'd
I'm
love
not big
to
on
do that.
the watching the cycling, but when I do, I watch it more for the views than the cycling. To be
Yeah.
honest, when I
Oh
go
yeah,
through the
yeah.
Alps and that, oh wow,
I did all my cycling when I was younger. You know what I mean? I did
yeah.
all that. I got that out of the way, and then I wanted motorbikes really in my life, so I went that way. Nothing like riding a motorbike to work and that. I'll tell you, nothing
Yeah,
like it.
yeah. Hello, Helen. I'm just looking in chat saying hello. No,
How is
no,
chat? I ain't even looking at the minute.
no, no. I've just stopped. Generally stop fucking looking at it nowadays because it's if you're talking, it's distracting.
Yeah. If it's your own stream, you got to do it, and it's not a problem. No worries.
Oh,
But
suck
yeah,
right, man.
I'm
It
terrible
really,
at watching it when I'm on the streams though, because I do it bounce off comments in the chat.
yeah,
So
cool.
you'll tickle me, and I'll just start giggling and
Highlight it and
I'll make a joke out of it.
yeah, exactly. That's how you do it. Yeah. But when you get a busy live, I mean, it must be like too hard sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah.
The more
It's-
busier, must be hard.
Yeah. When there's like 50, 60 plus in and it's going fast, obviously you miss stuff. I try to read all comments, but obviously some get through and you get a bit of stick for it sometimes if someone's getting a bit of grief, but that comes with the territory as well, doesn't it? You're not going to please all the people all the time.
Never.
Sometimes the chat's going fast, and sometimes just everyone's having a giggle. Sometimes just depending on people's mood, it's a bit more harsh.
Yeah, it depends on how their day's going, I suppose, isn't it?
Yeah.
How long have you been doing this now, Matt? Ministry? Well,
I've had this channel probably 14 months or something.
wow, cool, man.
15 months. My other channel I've had for a few years, but I wasn't consistently uploading, or I didn't know how to push or hashtag and all this sort of stuff. And it's just outdoor stuff. It's just walking, fishing, dogs, photo montages, sheep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I love sheep, and not in that way. I love animals. I really do.
A couple of historic walks, but nothing heavy. No heavy. History commentated on it. They're just I'll say I'm on a
leisure, nice leisure
way, or you know what I mean. But yeah, this channel sort of 15, 16 months. So
that's brilliant, mate. How was your fishing trip? I need to go and have a look, and I need to go and have a look on John's as well. But how was your fish? Did you go fishing the other day?
I did, and the bailiff turned up after about 2 hours, or club member, I should say. And bearing in mind, I've fished this pond for 30 years and been a club member.
Right.
He asked if I had my membership. I said no. So I've been trying to get it for a few years, but could never get through. And he told me that it's a membership only, and it was full. And there's supposed to be a community fishery, and it's supposed to be day tickets. So I asked him for his bailiffing credentials, but I packed up anyway. I just asked him just to let him know that I knew what he was doing wasn't right.
Right.
So
favoritism going on here, sort of thing.
So I sent the countryside warden for the the borough a couple of emails asking when did it change from being a community fishery open to everybody to a private syndicated fishery.
Right.
And I got an email back which I wasn't happy with, so I sent an email saying, "Look, I'm not being rude, but you've misread my question." So the person who I've spoken to's handed me on to somebody else about it. But I did leave. I didn't kick up a stink. I did leave.
No.
But I will be going back and fishing. It's, you know, I've fished this lake for about 30 years.
Right. What do you like catching the most? Bit of bream, or do you like your what do you call them? Carp.
No, I'm not a carper.
No.
I do carp fish. And
Were you after pipe?
Tension bream. Tension
bream. I knew it was big bream. I knew. I was thinking
big bream.
Yeah, they're pretty fish, and it's a predator fish. So yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I miss a bit of fishing. It is good fun. It takes your mind off everything as well.
It does. It does. I know I was live streaming, but you know,
it's good, man.
So relaxing.
Sorry about it.
And I love the
did you do live fishing? I'll have to have a look at that.
I did, yeah.
I'm going to have a look as well.
Yeah, I did live fish. I didn't catch anything, and a bailiff turned up. So, and I think sort of about a minute after he turned up, he realised he was on camera. I haven't looked at it yet, but I'm going to clip a shorter video out of it.
Right.
If Yogi's about, I think he was in the chat. If Yogi's about, there's a
story
video to clip out of that, Rob.
Can I give you a suggestion?
Yeah.
Use your GoPro, get another rod when you're there and you're all right and you're allowed to do it. Yeah. Cast out your GoPro. Yeah, and then cast out your line, cast out your GoPro, and then hopefully you can get a shot of the fish in that.
Fuck, casting my GoPro Hero 8 into the pond.
Well, they
even on 30-pound braid.
10 meters.
Yeah, they're good for something like 10 meters. Yeah, 50.
Yeah,
meters.
So you should get one. It'd be good footage, man, if you can see fish swimming about, isn't it?
Fuck, am I throwing my 300, 400 quid GoPro into the pond? Fuck that.
Yeah, but have the strongest line on it. You know what I mean? A separate rod. Have it totally secure. It's never going to come off.
I've watched videos where
have you?
YouTubers have lost GoPros, casting them into fucking ponds.
Don't listen to me. Then. Sorry, bro.
Yeah, one guy connected one to one of his lobster pots. Smash Fishing, his name is, from Guernsey.
Okay.
He connected one to one of his lobster pots and it disappeared. You know what I mean? So,
right. Well, I like it when they use a drone and drop out the bait and the line a bit further. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? That's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, sorry. It sounds like I said a crap idea. I must admit, if I bought a new GoPro, I wouldn't put it in the water I wouldn't cast it out.
Loads of people do it.
I was just thinking you don't use it as much. It might have been a good way of.
Yeah. No, there's an American I watch who you know, the chest harnesses.
Yes.
He caught a catfish of about 15 pound
by hand.
No, on rod and line.
Yeah.
He put a chest harness on it and a GoPro. And attached fucking heavy line to the GoPro strap and sent the catfish back into the pool with a GoPro on. See what that was.
Oh, wow.
And it went straight back to the position it had been sitting in beforehand, and you could see like catfish around it.
Wow.
All in their little spots. But all he did then, he just, you know, sort of hand lined the fish back in and took the strap off it. He had the line on it so the fish could slip out if it wanted to, but the fish didn't slip out. It was there, happy enough with the GoPro on.
Fantastic. That's something to be seen.
Yeah. How much do they cost, GoPros? Because I'm thinking of getting one.
The ones I'm looking at are between 300, 400, 500 quid.
Really?
Yeah, because I want a new one. I want a new battery.
Nice second-hand one. Yogi said he's got the Hero 4. And the Hero 4 and 5 are good. I think a couple of them had issues, like the 6 and the 7. I've got the Hero 8 Black. And you can get a Hero 4 for like 80, 100 quid. You get a Hero 8 for, I don't know, probably 120, 140.
Well, I need to I might.
But you'd
just
have to replace them. Yeah, you'd have to make sure it was working, and you'd probably have to buy some batteries.
Yeah,
The batteries do need replacing, and they're pretty shit, to be honest.
Are they? Well, what's the lifespan roughly? It says this, but it really is like what?
They got a pretty good lifespan if you keep them charged, but they, when you're using the camera, I've never used it on 4K because there's no point.
Right.
But on 2K, if you were to put it on to record, say I was fishing, it would probably last 45 minutes, and I'd have to change it. But if if you time lapse, it lasts a long time. So if you say set it up for a time lapse for say 12 hours, a battery might last that. But if you're straight filming, say cycling, for instance, if you turn the settings down, it'll last a lot longer.
Right. Yeah. I get it.
The resolutions, the recording resolutions. But you can connect them. You can connect the GoPro to your phone as through the GoPro app as an extra camera.
Wow.
So you can use it as one of your phone cameras. So you could have the GoPro on the bike or your helmet and have it broadcasting or recording straight on your phone, which obviously
that is fantastic.
Your phone's got better battery capacity, haven't it?
Yeah.
That's what I would want to do. But whether I could.
What's your one? A GoPro Black 8, is it? Did you say?
Yeah, the Hero 8 Black. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I do some. I run mine with a battery pack as well. David's Cafe. In the winter, it's fine. In the summer, you got to watch the temperature.
Right. Or they wig out. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you can stream from them, Rob. Yeah, I think you can. You can connect them wirelessly to your phone, obviously, or any device you can connect them wirelessly to and use them as an extra camera. So I could have it set up behind me now and have 2 shots of me on camera, but have the microphones turned off on the GoPro.
Right.
Yeah, lots you can do with them wirelessly.
Okay. Well, that sounds very complicated to me.
Just looking.
No, fuck it up.
Yeah, I think I'll have to do a test on a walk. I might do it this afternoon. I might get my camera gear out later and charge it all and put my chest strap on just for my afternoon dog walk and see what happens broadcasting it to my phone.
Yeah, let me know, bro, because I'm looking at GoPros now, and you're right, 70, 80 quid.
Yeah.
That's saving me a lot of money, bro. That is good.
You've got like a harness, like a harness that goes like.
They normally come with it.
I've got a chest harness. Yeah, I've got a chest harness, hat strap, but I'm not convinced about the hat strap.
I like the laughing auditor. He wears the head strap. Yeah, so
I got one.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Oh, well.
Yeah, David, I love my Hero 8. My brother's got a Hero. The
oh
10.
My god! GoPro medium. It's the same brand new, 70 quid.
Yeah, but I'm not sure when they changed it.
Right.
My batteries aren't compatible with my brother's fucking GoPro because they made the batteries bigger.
Right.
But they haven't really extended the fucking recording time, which sort of defeats the object.
Right.
So you got to be careful. When you buy bits, you got to make sure they're compatible with the one you've got. You can interact bits from, say, the Hero 4 up to the Hero 8. You can interact all the pieces, microphones, battery, cases, the fucking works.
All right.
And then it gets like the 10, and everything changed.
Right. I've got a Hero 8 here, black, brand new at 70 quid, plus £1.60 postage. That's
brilliant.
All best offer. There you go. All best offer. What do you fucking say to that?
That's pretty cheap. How comes it's so cheap coming down from?
Look in the description. I'll just carry on looking at a minute. Oh my god!
DJI Osmo ones action cameras are good as well, but I've never looked into them. But I've got a mate who swears by them,
Oh, right.
and he's a professional photographer
Well, there you go. That's good.
and
advice.
media entrepreneur. So, and he uses the DJI Osmo action cameras.
It says GoPro Media Mod Hero 8 Black official GoPro accessories and everything. So, yeah.
I love Hannah Barron Lib. She is awesome. Noodling them catfish. Yeah, first thing I did optical was buy extra batteries.
Yeah.
Charger. It's pretty. My solar battery pack that I use is pretty good. Fucking half an hour it takes to charge 2 GoPro batteries. That's all.
Wow.
So you can charge battery. You know, while you've got one in recording, you can fucking charge batteries.
Yeah.
On the go. But yeah, I just, if it comes to it, I just plug the battery pack straight in now.
Fantastic. Oh mate, yeah, I've got to get myself one. I'll just, don't jump at the first thing, innit? Have a shop around, have a look around.
Yeah, definitely have a shop around.
Yeah. Right, I've got things to do. It's been a pleasure, guys. Thank you so much. I've got to post. And yeah, thanks, guys. Talk to you soon. Yeah.
Yeah, big up, Jason.
Cheers, mate. Adios. Yeah, adios. See you later. Adios.
All right, Lynn.
Yeah, that's something I think I'll charge my GoPro's batteries later and make sure they're all good, seeing as I haven't used it for months.
Yeah.
It'll be worth getting it out this afternoon just to give it a bit of a run out, I suppose.
Yeah. Because I recorded something on my phone the other day when I was on my bike, and I think I knocked the record thing off. So it was all, I never take nothing. So it was a bit of a waste of time.
Yeah.
But, 70 quid for a GoPro 8 sounds too cheap. You're saying they're like £400 or £500 new.
They are. That's what I paid brand new, but I've had my Hero 8 now about 3 years probably. So, and they release like phones with GoPros, and they release them every year or two. So, as soon as they release a new one, the last one comes down in price heavily.
Okay. Oh, that's why. Oh, maybe I'll look at getting one of them.
Yeah, I haven't even looked at the DJI ones, but they're supposed to be good. But I went with a GoPro because there's lots and lots about them. Tried and tested.
Yeah.
I should have it set up now, really, as an extra camera, because there's a big jackdaw stabbing a feeder full of fat balls about 5 feet away from me, and he doesn't care. He's looking straight at me.
Do you know what? My 2 dogs, they caught a magpie adult one day. Savaged it, and then they did the tick the next day. So,
I've had dogs that, I've had obviously because I've working dogs. I had a terrier cross that used to be able to pluck birds out the air or in bushes. Crazy.
Yeah.
He used to just come out of bushes with like thrushes in his mouth and stuff, and I'd be, oh no, why have you caught a bird?
I know. They're nutty, Martu. They really are. Anything that goes in the garden, they're on it.
Yeah.
Even pigeons, you know what I mean? And they, even out on walks, they've nearly caught birds, crows that are just taking off at the last minute. They've nearly caught them,
Yeah.
They're just blood hungry, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's because they're 2 boys from the same litter. They're
probably been together all their life, and they're like a tag team, aren't they?
Yeah, that's it. They're a pack, man, and it's pack mentality.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
they're
my
dying
brother-
back to fox as well.
Yeah. Oh, mine
Um,
detest the smell of fox. They smell of fox and
can
they
smell
go
'em.
nuts.
Yeah. I smell them. If we go out late at night or like early evening when the sun's setting, they can smell them. Their ears are up. They're ready to go. It's just, I have to be really careful with them, man. But I was gutted.
Yeah, my brother's little lurcher. It's a few years ago now because she's getting on. She's the sister to my dog. She plucked a goose out the air up the community lake, and it was lucky that my brother shouted at her and she let it go.
Yeah.
And it was fine. She just grabbed it by the chest feather sort of thing, and lucky community lake as well.
Yeah.
Morning, Ty.
Morning.
I took a leaf out of your book and filmed some nesting swans the other day.
All right, yeah. Where was that?
Yeah, I see that. I see that.
That was just over from me. It was over Brynmouth.
Oh, yeah,
They've put an Asda in a big shopping centre on the old Semtex site where the old cement works was.
Yeah.
And of course, there's the big machine pond there. So in there, right next to Asda. I was there. My missus was in Asda. I was there with the dog and went for a walk down by the pond. And there's a couple of nesting swans, so I snuck up on them and had a little bit of filming. Didn't disturb them. So they were quite happy about me. Well, I was about 10, 15 feet away, and the dog sat next to me, and they were chill about it. No hissing or nothing. So
yeah. They get used to so many people going past with dogs, and I think they're used to them. Morning, John.
Yeah.
Hello, Tyrone. How's it going? I subbed to your channel yesterday, mate.
Thank you very much, John.
And when you do a live, I'll come on.
Oh,
I've got them.
That was a good discussion we was having the other morning, Ty, before I jumped off.
Yeah, it was. It was all right.
Good.
Yeah.
Good live, yeah. It was.
Dominated by women in the end, though.
Yeah.
I went on
The
that
women
protest
love
yesterday. I went to a protest yesterday about them immigrants coming to our town,
Oh,
all right.
They're trying to put 314 immigrants in a 70-bed hotel.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice work. Fucking hell.
It was a small town, about 50 of us there yesterday, so it should grow each day because
that's enough. 50. That's enough to have your voice heard.
Yeah, well, they had the TV there, so I gave an interview on, I think it was S4C. He asked for Welsh speakers first, so we give interviews, but I don't. What I said, I don't think we put on the air.
Nah.
But there was other social media platforms there, which were I can't remember the name of the actual platform, but it was they just going to put the truth out there. It's a Welsh platform, and
is it Voice of Wales, Tyrone?
Yes.
Morning, Amanda. I got you.
Good morning.
Voice
Good
of
morning.
Wales,
Good morning.
Good morning. Hope you're well.
Morning, Amanda.
Hi, Amanda.
Good morning. How are we doing?
All good, thank you.
Good stuff. It's been a while since I've been on your panel.
Yeah, a little while, yeah.
What do you mean we took over, Tyrone? You were loving it.
Well, I was just happy to have
really
someone
good
on.
live.
I was happy to have some guests on.
Bless you.
It is horrible when you sit up there alone and you got to talk. Yeah.
Morning, Landriver.
Keep thinking of stuff to say and that. I find it difficult. Doing a live, it's good to have a list of stuff written down, really.
Oh, no, I never write it down. It just comes off the head.
It just comes out with you, Amanda. I feel you're a natural speaker. You can roll off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've got to be honest. You're great at narrating around the videos you do. It's fantastic. You've got the proper voice for it.
I love the
Okay.
videos. I love the Friday
Yeah.
premieres. I'll be honest.
I know, I still haven't finished Fridays already. I need to finish it off. I need to do the narration. I
Yeah.
haven't been up long because I did a live till about 1:30, 2 this morning.
Oh,
Does,
really?
I saw you live yesterday evening.
Yeah,
I noticed that Plod was on your live. Does he come on often?
yeah, he does.
Yeah. I was to jump on. Honest, I was going to jump on, be naughty, and was going to ask him what happened with Natural Born, how they fell out. You know.
All right, okay.
I'd love to
Well,
know
I'm
what.
sure he'd have told you.
I'd love to know what the truth is behind that.
You know, Lynn's addicted to diamond painting. Do you know something, Lynn? Exactly the same. I've got so many, it's unreal, completed. And then I've got a lot that I haven't completed. I've done a few custom ones for people on YouTube, of course. I think Uncle JJ's got one. I did one for Matt Blackburn. And Mama Milo, I did one for her recently.
Ministry.
So, there we go.
I looked at your old videos this morning, and I couldn't stop laughing because it was Sparky and Zara having a go, and I could see you putting your jumper up over your face because you couldn't stop laughing. You know.
Oh yeah.
It was a good few months ago. You know.
Yeah. It's good. It's a good few months ago.
I just couldn't stop laughing.
Yes.
Right. I'm going.
All right, John.
Take care, John. Have a good day.
Well done, John.
Enjoy, and have a good day.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, lucky it's on there, Ty, because big up Torbs. I took a load of my content down, didn't I? Because of the 2 strikes or 2 closures of my channel that I had. Just to be safe, I removed anything that had a copyright claim on it.
Yeah.
Even though the copyright claims had no impact on my channel, I removed them just in case. So I've got no copyright claim material on my channel. So yeah, you're lucky it's on there, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
We only had one on ours, and it got removed.
Yeah, we only got one. And he was just gone the following day.
I removed about 100 videos. Well, rather than take time to edit them.
No, one of ours was a strike. Sorry, I tell a lie. It was a strike, not a claim. Oh, the new one. Yeah, we had a copyright on music, but it's still there. Did it?
Yeah, the Chaps of House one.
Oh, right, okay. There we go then. Shows how much I know, doesn't it?
Yeah, there was 2 of these security guards there yesterday, and then no licenses on display, so I'm not an order, so I didn't pull them up over anything. So if had somebody been there, they would have been had a field day with them, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was interesting. There was I say only a couple of us there, like say about 40, 50. But now it's gone on the Welsh. No fucking knew anything about it until a day or so ago, you know. It was kept hush hush.
Typical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it is typical.
You know, the council don't want it there because it's only a small community, you know, and 300 people, like 314 to be exact. But
morning, Tob.
Why the friggin' hell?
I didn't want to come on.
Morning, Tob.
Leave me backstage, man, but it's all right. Anyway, I just want to put a message in the backstage for you. I didn't really want to put it in your chat because you thought well, listen, you'll understand when I put this anyway.
All right, no worries.
I have to delete the leave now.
Morning, Tubbs. You all right?
I am a young mate.
Aye, not too bad. Still suffering sunburn, but we're all right. We're still living the dream.
Well, aye, Tubbs. Well, aye, man.
Well, aye, you good, bro?
Yeah. Just in the ministry, I went to a protest about migrants yesterday in our town, you know.
Say that again, sorry, you didn't hear.
I went to a protest about housing migrants in our town yesterday.
All right, how'd it
But
go?
there was no orders, nothing like that. They'd been a shame, like they would have had a field day.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just
Isn't there no one down there?
No, there's no one where I live. You know, I think nearest ones would be sort of Swansea area or Cardiff. You know, I know it's something
Right.
that Welsh would cover, but with 314 going into a 70-bed hotel.
Okay, now.
Yeah.
Ruthless, isn't it? Ruthless, man.
Yeah.
You know, how can I can't be fucking, you know, at the end of the day, if we didn't have fucking people coming over, I wouldn't be here speaking to you now. But the way it's going, mate, we can't even fly our flag and all that. I think, guess what, mate? We went over there and tried to do that and get fucking beheaded. Do you know what I mean? What's going on?
Yeah.
I'm not down for none of that. Okay, now, man, you come here, you live by our rules, mate, simple as that. And our laws, otherwise, fuck on. If you're going to live, then fair enough. Do your thing, but fucking hell, man.
I was watching the video yesterday about
I'm going to say, sorry.
Albanians. You know, that so many Albanians, they set up drug rings and prostitution and robbing gangs and all that.
Well, I was told they were getting
already
sent back.
started murdering people in this country. There's 80 of them gone to jail already.
Oh, it's mad, mate.
I mean, when we went...
There you go. I've just put that there for you, mate.
All right, Tom.
Where are they going, Michelle? See, is Straddy Park Hotel.
When we went to that protest...
Sorry, man, go on, carry on.
Sorry. When we went to the protest on Saturday, we had police turn up and ask us, see if we want water.
Oh, that was nice of them.
Was it bottled and sealed and unopened and all that? Otherwise, no.
We brought his own, mate. I don't need anybody else to look after us.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Fucking hell, man. Fucking off it out, and you want some water.
And then went back and took all his registration plates for his vehicles, you know what I mean? And then just sat in the car.
What have you been on, like, Manda?
I went to RAF Scampton on Saturday because they're going to be filling RAF Scampton in Lincolnshire. I don't know, migrants, about 2,500.
Sure.
I'm telling you, it's the home of the dam busters, the bouncing bomb. They want to exhume the dog. Guy gives his dog. They want to remove the dog. Well, I've got goose pimples talking about it. And move it to a suitable place because they don't want to upset the new guests that are going to be arriving there. And this is going to be in August.
What the fuck's happening, man?
I don't know. There's some protests organised. I think one in Leeds. I can't remember when it were now. Hang on a sec. I'll have a look. I did a screenshot of something, so let's have a look.
It's strange that you're not allowed to upset the illegal migrants, isn't it? You know?
Hasn't a lot of new fucking legislation come out about protesting and that? What's the fucking crap? I don't even know. I haven't even looked it up, mate, to be honest.
There's one in...
Because I'm out, you know, it's people like me part of the problem. I don't get out and protest because I know why, though, to get myself locked up. So why would I? Get myself locked up, mate, and fucking run headlong. So stay away. But it's right, though. We should all be getting up, man, and fucking getting out there. You know what I mean?
Well, again, like I say, you know, it's not about being racist.
Yes, Michelle.
End of the day, we don't mind helping genuine families and genuine people who need it. But
I know,
the
when you
thing
talk
is,
about things like that, the first word that gets shot about, mate, is racist. You're racist. How can I be fucking racist? My dad didn't come over and be talking to you. You know what I mean?
well, exactly. But the thing is, though, what's happened to all these people who've gone missing?
No, I don't, mate. But you're right. I know what you're saying.
You know, so many have gone missing, the no whereabouts. The thing is, though, when they're coming in, they're going to be coming from Dover, allegedly. I'll say that.
I know we've got enough wrong ones in this fucking community, never mind fucking bring them more.
Well, I don't know. I don't see much these days, to be fair.
I'm only joking, mate. I'm only joking. I'm only joking. I'm the wind up. I'm the wind up.
Morning, Michelle.
But you get what I'm saying, though. Okay, now, man, what's going on? That's what I want to know. What's going on? We
Well, I
want to
don't know.
know.
There's a couple of videos that Mr. D's put out there.
No, I don't even watch Mr. D.
Yeah, but
I don't know why. Like, he hasn't done fuck all to me, really. Unless I haven't seen that anyway.
There's one tonight in the Telegram, Voice of Wales live tonight with Neil Hamilton.
That's it.
He's
Michelle.
speaking about the Strady Park Hotel
That's
and
it,
Spa.
Michelle.
Yeah,
that's
there's a one on Rumble tonight that's going on that you'll be able to go and have a look. The Welsh people have been took off of YouTube. You won't get. I don't think you're going to get anything from them. You're going to have to look on Telegram, but it is here. If you want me to put it on one of your videos, and I can link you to it, Tyrone. If you want to go and have a listen to it later on Rumble.
Yeah. Can you put a link in?
I won't be able to put it on here. I can whack it on one of your videos. Unless I put it on, I can't. I'm on my phone. I can't do both. I'm on two devices, but I just can't link. Like this one I'm on. Well, you know what I mean. On iPhone, you can't do that. I can leave, but then I'll have to come back with the link. I can do that if you want that.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah.
Yeah, wait a minute then. Give me a
They were
second.
there
I'll just go off.
They interviewed my wife yesterday. Them people.
Oh, what Voice of Wales?
Yeah.
They were the people I was with in London the other week.
Yeah, they interviewed my wife yesterday.
Oh, brilliant. Oh, I should watch that myself.
Yeah.
Did she give him what for? Did she tell him, like, we don't want this fucker?
She's too posh for that.
Oh, really? That's the trouble. Well, she can do it nicely. She don't have to say it like me, like a fishwife.
They want to speak. Mainstream media wanted to speak to her, but she said I can't because she works as well, I can't say, but she's
don't say. Don't say.
You don't get more fishwifey than an Essex girl, do you, Amanda? Come on, let's be honest.
Well,
I don't know why people are so surprised by me, really, considering I'm a typical Essex girl. I'm never going to keep my mouth shut, whether you're man or beast. My old man's been trying for 35 years. He's never won yet. 35 years, and he's still saying to me, "You're too gobby." What does that tell you? I am controlled by no man or beast.
Well, why should you be controlled by anything?
Well, some people think you're just, if you open up your mouth, you're just too gobby on here to be a woman. Well, right, let me go off and get this link for you. Tyrone, you're going to have to, I'll keep a lookout for you on Telegram. Now I know what ones it is I'm looking for.
Yeah.
But there seems to be a few out there. We need to start getting out. The thing is, I've seen videos. If you go and watch Liam T, who's been doing this since the beginning, go and watch the little 1 or 2 minute video he did where they're coming over and they're going, bang, bang, you're all dead. We're going to rape your women. We've got you from the inside. That's what frightens me, because these are all fighting age men. It's not like when they were all coming over in the 50s and the 60s, they were coming over as families. These fuckers are coming over 300 men at a time. Now, I'll put it to every one of you men out there. Would you leave your missus and children in a country that's being raped, pillaged, human trafficked, and you'd come over here in a nice dinghy with a smile on your face going, "Hey, England, lovely"? Or would you be thinking about your family? Because I wouldn't leave mine. I wouldn't leave mine. And I'm a woman, and I wouldn't leave my kids.
They're a military tactic of these migrants. You know that, don't you?
Of course. You've only got to see that video.
They've been sent to destabilise this country. The
They're the
Russians
UN
have
army.
already.
Yeah, I was just going to ask.
They are the UN
much
army.
admitted they're going to do that.
We want to
They are
know
the
what's
UN
going
army.
on.
We've known
We
for
want to fucking
years.
know what's going on. Why are they
Where-
getting sent? That's what I want to know. What's going
Because
on?
we
There's a
knew
big
this
picture,
4 years
guys.
ago during lockdown. We were all watching it in lockdown. Everybody was too bothered about worrying about other things. We were sat here 3 years ago going, can nobody see what's going on? But when we
Yeah,
wanted to
there's a
talk
bigger
about it
picture
3
going on.
years ago,
We want to know.
when Deegan wanted to talk
Oh,
about
don't
this
get me
3 years ago,
started,
he was
guys.
called a
Don't get me
racist.
started.
He was called a
You'll be getting me
racist,
locked
but he
up,
was
man.
screaming about
You
this.
will be getting me locked up, you fuckers. I'm gone. You'll be getting me locked up. I want to know why. Why is the fucking government bringing them? What's the bigger picture?
The UN army. Do you know what the bigger picture is? 15-minute cities, Torbs. 15-minute cities, that's what's coming, and you need to be told to stay in your 15-minute city. So who do you think's going to border these 15-minute cities? Who do you think's
What
going
do you
to
mean?
make
What do you
sure?
mean, Michelle? What do you mean? 15-minute cities? What do you mean, mate?
Well, you won't be going in your car, put it that way. Car's gone. Yeah, by 2030, cars will be, they don't want you driving, they want you having an electric car. Can you afford an electric car? I can't. I can't afford an electric car. Right. 15-minute cities, what it basically means is think where you are now, where you live. What can you get to in 15 minutes by walking or biking? Because that's what's coming for
That's how
you.
far you
We've
can
already
travel.
done it. We've already done it in Oxford, where they're in Cambridge, they're all across the country. Every city in the whole of England has signed up for this. And what will happen is all the universities.
That, you know.
No, it hasn't. But it's who do you think's going to control the people moving out the cities, Reese? When we want to say
No,
we're going
we'll
over to see
control
our
ourselves.
family.
We'll acquiesce to it. We'll acquiesce to it
No, how
voluntarily,
can you
exactly
when
the same
they're
way
here?
we did in
No,
lockdown.
no.
We're a
Just the
fucking
same
group.
as. All right. Okay.
We're a country of pussies. We're a country of pussies, Michelle.
Who right? And
not
who
everyone,
stood
mate.
up? Who come out their houses in lockdown, Reese? Not that
Yeah.
fucking many of us, was there?
Well,
Not
right,
that
let's
many
look
of us.
at as a percentage of the population. You're talking probably a fraction of a percent of the population went out and protested, Marie.
Who else? Who
No
else
one.
went out to
No one.
protest? Right. Maybe
No
you
one.
and me did, but a lot of people didn't.
Yeah.
Exactly. So what I'm saying is they'll bring it in, and people will do as they're told because that's what we always do.
Yeah, because they're all asleep. We're all asleep. That's why.
We'll try and rise up, and then these UN army will come in just like they did in Canada. They took all the new army people in, but of course nobody was watching that during lockdown.
Yeah.
Nobody see the thousands of fucking people that lost their homes, their businesses, their livelihoods, their fucking everything in Canada because we were all too busy sitting in our houses ordering fucking takeaways. Come on, Reese, you know the score.
Well, no, I know exactly what's going on, Michelle. But what I'm saying is, we all make all this noise about it, but just like everything else,
getting programmed by the fucking telly.
Yeah, we're impotent. We're impotent.
You know what I mean? We're all fucking asleep, man. We need to wake up, me included. Well, that's it. I'm awake today.
We all went along and we listen. You told you was
I went out
compliant.
with my speaker the other day. It needs more people doing shit like that to wake people up.
But why? They got you all anyway. You all went and had an experimental shit in your arm and didn't research it.
You know what I mean?
I
didn't have, Michelle. I didn't have fuck all in my arm.
Fuck's sake. I was out
there.
there. Well, there were people out there. You know this. We were out there by what? June? We only went into lockdown in fucking March and we were out there fighting by June, July and August. We were on the street getting fucking bashed up, getting put on our asses by fucking coppers. That's me. But getting put on my ass by two fucking coppers. Torbs, you auditors were the biggest disappointment in my whole fucking life, to be fair, during lockdown. The auditing community was the biggest disappointment. I thought you fuckers were going to stand with us toe to toe, and not one of us, not one of them come out.
I didn't know, mate. I've been asleep. I've been on the fucking moon, man, for fucking years, mate. But I'm here now. And now you get me riled up, and I'm thinking, yeah, let's go then. I'll have a bit of it.
Right, let me go and get this for Tyrone. I feel bad now. I've not got his link for him. Wait a minute.
In the back chat, I've put the link to one of Mr. Deegan's videos.
These communities on this fucking YouTube aren't what we all think, mate. And me included. I've been disappointed along the way. You know what I mean? What can you do when you fucking live in a zone, mate?
One of the guys were interviewed from over in Ireland. There's an interview and it says, "Why all the men?" Watch the video.
More than disappointed. What I mean? What can you
Means
do?
if I just put this on one of your videos, will you just whack it in the thing for me, please? Mins.
Guys, oh, fucking hell, man. You need to wake up. Tell him, Michelle, because I'm fucking coming away.
Mins.
Tell him.
Who are you talking to?
Ministry.
All of you. All of you. Please.
If I put this link on one of your videos, will you just whack it in for me? It's for Tyrone.
Yeah.
We go Tyrone.
Right, I'll put it on your
Well,
crinkle,
thank you,
crinkle, little star one. It's the
You
first
can
one I've
find
come
me
across,
up
okay?
I already want to tell me.
All
You
right,
know,
it's going in
Yeah.
now. If you pick that up for me, that's one of them. Tyrone, are you on Telegram? Might be a bit too
I'm
techie
not.
for you, though. It is
I'm
for
not.
me.
I've come out of all that shit. I've come out of all that fucking shit,
Tyrone's
man.
dropped out.
Torbs is the only place you can go in there, man, and talk about where these demos are. We did it all lockdown. Yes, we were being watched, but it was the only way. We couldn't talk about them on YouTube because then everybody knew where they were. You know, that some of them were
Right.
secret locations.
Right. Yeah.
You can't do it on anything like this.
I know, but then
because
all
there's
that
too
thing, but
many
then,
years.
Michelle, I get you, but then everyone starts going, oh, this is going on in there, and that's going on, and then fucking
No.
Discord divas, and
Well, I'm a
come out,
Discord
mate.
diva, Torbs, and I'm a Discord diva, and I am not saying fuck all. You never hear nothing coming from Discord out of my mouth on here.
Go on, then.
Excuse
I
me.
might put it back on then, Michelle.
All right, and
Right,
I'll
I've
put
done
it back
it
on
for
there.
you.
Can I
I've put it on your video.
also, you know, when we went to RAF Scampton, when we went to RAF Scampton, the security on there were all migrants. They couldn't even speak our language.
Now, why have they got the migrants telling the migrants what to do, but then when they come to you, you ask them, and what's the first thing they say? No English. That's
Exactly.
including the security guards. So you've got security guards. Don't you find that? Don't you find that fucked up? That Europeans, look at making sure that Europeans are staying behind the bars.
You know why, don't you? Because they can't be turned, can they? Because they don't know about the history, the culture of the place, the whole shebang, and they don't really know anything, so they can't comment and get involved and have any feelings about anything.
They did exactly the same in Canada when everyone was out there. All them people were doing all their convoys. You know, they're still going on, you know. Them convoys from all them years ago are still going on today across America. They are still driving on the outskirts and continually will do it all the way for all the time because it's still going on. People are still out there fighting for their freedoms that we are literally, there's nothing for us to do here now. It's all done. So we've got to turn our attention elsewhere until probably next year when the shit hits the fan again.
Yeah. I should have done
You
this.
enjoying that, Reese?
Where's the thing gone?
We can't hear you, Reese. You're muted, I think.
Oh, that'd be.
Yeah, sorry, I muted myself because that coffee machine on it gets a bit noisy. Yeah, I'm fucking enjoying that. The first one of the day is it's like nectar from the gods. It is. It just, I don't know. It just goes down so well. I mean, I'm surprised, to be honest. I could have drunk all of the cups so far.
Harney's long lost brother, you are, Reese.
Who's long lost brother?
Harney's.
I don't even know who that is.
Jack your body.
I ain't seen him for ages. What's happened to him?
He's all right. He's house sitting and doing shit like that, as far as I heard. When he house sits, he never hardly gets reception, I believe, if I remember right.
Right, okay.
So now I'm sat down and I've got my coffee and I'm settled. I just wanted to interject a point into this conversation. So these migrants that are coming over.
Here we go. Let's go. Come on, Reese, tell us.
Exactly, Mark. Exactly, John. You know it. You know it. In Canada, bless them.
The Russians are paying them.
Oh yeah.
The Russians are paying them.
Oh, that bullshit. Well, you've only got to look at fucking
bullshit?
Ukraine. What? Oh, come on. What you believe the whole Ukraine-Russia argument? Do you really?
No. What I'm saying is,
Ukraine's got a fucking actor as their president.
Just give us a second, Michelle. Obviously, there is a conflict happening in Ukraine, yeah, and the Russians have taken. They've already they've issued death threats against the head of the Italian Defense Ministry because he came out and exposed this, and he said that the Russians have been paying all these migrants to cross the Mediterranean to reach Europe to destabilize Europe as a punishment for Europe's support of Ukraine in this conflict.
Would you say this is to do with the Kalergi plan as well? Would you put that in the mix as well?
It's to destabilize our country to stop us from to make us less effective moving forward, like make us less of a an
Just-
economic and go on,
Just
sorry.
destabilise the country?
Well,
destabilise it? They're going to annihilate
some people stay destabilised. Other people speculate that they are essentially like sleeper agents, a silent army, as you will.
I've not looked, but I've also been asked to look for. Have a look how many are coming off wearing military black shoes, military black boots. Look at them walking around now outside these hotels as they're standing there dossing. They're in military shoes. Is that right? Anybody noticing this? That's something to look out for. That's the start of it all, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true.
Michelle, the question is, how do we stop it, man?
We have to. Then listen. It's not gonna. It's done. We're done, Torbs. We're done,
If anybody
man.
could
Right?
have stopped
Listen.
it, we'd have stopped it already.
If we turned around and said to you in this country, there's a group of white guys that are grooming Muslim guys. All of you white guys would be, let's stand up now and let's go and fucking sort these white bastards out. But because we say it's the other way round and they're grooming can't say that, it's racist. There's your answer right there. You've been politically pushed down that you cannot stand up and stick up for your own country. Yeah, and say what you want to say, because the person next to you is going to say, you can't say that, that's not politically correct.
You can't say that, that's not politically correct. It's normally lefty cunts like me that say it, isn't it?
It is. And listen, Reese, right, I'll say it on this channel. The only reason I like you is because I feel like sometimes you're the one that does answer for the left. Now, if people see that as I've got an agenda, then I just won't bother. I just won't bother anymore. But I see you as the one that always speaks for the left, yeah? And usually it's between people like me and Shits and Giggles and a few others. So I do come over to say to you, hello, just to let you know, I'm not always against you, but that seems to have been taken out of context as well, doesn't it? So I won't bother. No, I just won't bother.
Listen, Michelle, if you want to have a conversation with me, only person whose opinion you've got to worry about is mine. Yeah,
I'll be doing with the YouTube drama. Other people think about you coming on my channel. Drama.
Well, no, I can't. I don't like the drama, like, but
having an opinion gets you in too much trouble on YouTube nowadays.
Well, there's no point in being on YouTube unless you've got a fucking opinion.
Yes, but we censor ourselves far too much, don't we? Listen, I'm not all for this. I know that people want these channels, and all we do is just blow candy floss and fairy dust up each other's asses, yeah. But in life ain't like that.
Well, that's a wonderful thing about YouTube, Michelle.
Then
it's
that
a wonderful
reality,
thing about YouTube.
But it isn't reality if you're just going to sit and blow steam up each other's asses.
You know what?
You do that to your neighbours every day.
You like, Michelle, if that's not what you like, Michelle, there's more than enough channels out there that are producing content that's going to be right up your street.
I know that there's enough going on at the minute on YouTube that pretty soon our freedom of speech is gone anyway, mate. You know that as well as I do.
I'm just getting on my channel. I hear on the side of caution.
Michelle, I don't know about freedom of speech. Freedom of speech, I'm a big believer of it, mate. But at the end of the day, if you're going to use that freedom of speech to put someone down, then that's not freedom of speech. That's been fucking a mob.
But you would outside. You would if you were in the pub and somebody needed putting to rights. Or would you just sit there and let them carry on their shit then, Tubbs? Or would you not put them in their place?
Yeah, of course. But what it is, I don't see that, though, me, Michelle. I see just people want to be fucking agitators. Without saying any names, you know, it goes on fucking every side.
Of course it does, but you have to realise who's the agitators and who's not, don't you?
Yeah, and I get you. There's a lot of it.
So don't you do that by watching a lot,
goes on, Michelle.
Don't you do that by watching a lot, though? Oh, a lot goes on, a lot more than
I don't
what you think.
watch, Michelle. That's where I'm at a disadvantage, because I don't watch. Believe me, trust me, I don't watch because I fucking get sick of it and I think it's fucking bollocks. But when you're talking about stuff like this, mate, and we can all come together and think, fucking hell, let's go, man, let's take our country back, man, let's take our rights back. I'm all for
that. There isn't. What's the solution to it? Because people aren't always going to agree with what we stand by, Torbs.
I know, but I don't even think it's that half the time. I think it's fucking just people want to fucking create and sit back instead of putting Jeremy Kyle on because he's not on no more. I'll put a few fucking words in the chat, or I'll get on a panel and I'll say this, and I'll sit back and watch the show. Do you know
Pull in the
what it
pin.
is? That's what
Walk
it
in,
is.
drops grenade, walks in, pulls pin, drops grenade, walks out.
Yeah, but
That's what it is. And what it is, it's a shame because if that shit didn't happen, we could all come together with a common goal. Do you know what I mean?
Is that Gypsy Dave just come up here as well? Did I hear his little voice?
Can I just say this, guys, right? Respectfully.
Well, you get quiet, Dave.
Until it lands on people's doorsteps, right? No one's going to do jack shit about anything. Until it affects them personally, I'm all right, Jack. They're not
Fuck everyone else.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Dave. And people have been doing that for decades, haven't we? We all have. I've been guilty of it for 40 years.
Right, guys, I've got to jump out, but I'm up.
Tobbs, happy birthday, man.
Yep. I'm busy for a couple of days, mate.
100%.
But I'm happy to have them conversations because I like all that shit, man. Let's take our rights back. Let's take our country back. I love all that, mate. I love it. But
Then it's going to have to be that people will need to
Thank you,
travel,
mate.
Torbs. That's what needs to happen. People are going to need to travel to these places to put their foot on the ground to obviously show that we're not happy. Like the 15-minute cities, that's got to be one of them, and the education. Because this is coming to all of us, every one of us, and it'll be your little university kids that will get these 15-minute cities through because it sounds great to them.
Michelle, respectfully, yeah, as much as I'm for
Happy birthday, Tobbs.
the protest.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, Tobbs.
See you, Tobbs.
Happy birthday.
See you later, Tobbs. I can't hear Dave. Dave, speak up. Take care.
Yeah, your mic's broke. Listen, your mic's broke, Dave. But I'm going to jump out, mate, and I'll be back in a couple of days, mate.
Yeah, catch you in a
I'll
bit,
catch you
Tobbs.
later.
Take care,
Ta-ra,
fella.
mate. Ta-ra. Ta-ra.
And he's gone quiet.
He might come back in.
No, I was waiting for Dave. I'm waiting to hear what he was saying.
I think the solution, because don't get me wrong, you might post me as a lefty, but I've said to you before, I see what this wave of migration is, and if somebody needs shelter from
Exactly, Mark.
from hardship, then I think that our country has an obligation to share that responsibility with the rest of Europe, with the other safe countries in Europe. It's our obligation to share that responsibility. But the people that are coming to this country are not fleeing persecution, they're not fleeing war, they're not fleeing conflict. They're coming primarily for economic reasons. And they're being encouraged to come here by a foreign power in order to destabilize our societies, because the foreign power will realize that sooner or later.
Our own government are doing it. Active Patriot is a guy that's been doing this for years, and he actually see a dinghy boat come over with one number on it, and then that dinghy boat disappeared, and then the next thing you know, that dinghy boat's being reused with that number took off. And they know that the number was took off because obviously when they take the number off, they could see the nice bright colour underneath it. They realised it, and literally Active Patriot was like, that come in the other week. So these boats are being took by our government or our MOD, whatever it is down there, and they're giving them back the fucking boats to reuse again. Active Patriot called it out years ago.
Do you not think that the government could be bringing these people over to make up for the labour deficit that we've got, because we sent all the Eastern Europeans back? Well, there's nobody in they've got farmers who've got vegetables and fruit crops rotting in fields because they can't get people to pick them.
Yeah, and do you know what happened then? So what happened in lockdown is we had farmers say we've got.
But what they should do, Reese, is get the lazy bastards off the dole and make them do it.
Oh no!
What they should be doing is they should pay a reasonable fucking wage so that people want to do this work.
No, what they did, Reese, is farmers did this, and people living local to the farmers said, we will come in and help you do the fields. And do you know what their answer was? No, you've got to live here. They said, but we're only a few miles away. No. What they then did was a deal with the government to bring them back over during lockdown, give them the open, remember like they did with the truckers? Yeah, the lorry drivers, open up the tickets early for them, bring all the the migrant the people in, do the fields and then fuck off. They never give anybody a chance during lockdown to pick them fields, Reese. They knew what they were doing going through the government to bring them back over.
Yeah, they cut their wages by obviously wanting to house them, so they charge them for all their utilities.
Yes, you got it. Thank you, Ming.
Yeah, that was
you
it.
remember
Yeah,
this.
justification for charging them
They
fucking
said
just
no.
over slave wages.
Yes,
So it's economic, isn't it? It's
we want the
economic
money
is the problem.
to come out. Yes, exactly. So there you go then. There you go
So,
then.
well, I think to be honest with you, the only answer is to and I've said this before, that the main problem, all of our problems that society faces, you can root down to one root cause. Every problem our society has the same cause. It's an economic problem. Everything at its fundamental basis is look at drugs. Drugs is economics. The reason that there's so many drugs on why drugs are so bad is because there's $1 billion industry backing up the sale of illegal drugs.
Oh, Dave.
You there, Dave?
Back.
Get the lazy bastards off the dole and put them to work, no matter if it is low wages.
Well, let's be honest. They don't call it dole anymore, do they? They call it universal credit.
Whatever it's called. We don't need
people. The majority of people. The majority of people.
They must be bored shitless hanging around the streets. Or
the majority of people that are on the dole on universal credit are actually people who are in work. The universal credit system has been used as basically a subsidy for big companies, big corporations to pay shit wages and then have their employees have their wages topped up by the government. That's exactly what universal credit's been used for.
Yeah, but how many businesses would pay top whack? This not many.
Well, but the thing is, what you've got to understand is, if your business, like the labour force is a market just like anything else, yeah. So if you are an employer and you want somebody to do a job that's not very desirable, yeah, then you've got to put out enough money to make it so that job is attractive to someone. Do you understand what I mean?
You've got to make it enticing.
Exactly. And if your business model doesn't support being able to pay people to do those undesirable jobs, you have to pay them a bit more because the job's not nice. If your business model doesn't sustain that, then you haven't got a business model. You shouldn't expect people, because we essentially vote with our feet, don't we? When it comes to shopping, where we shop, it comes to employers, where we work. We are the ones that have the power, and we don't realise that because we've been told for years that we don't have any power. We're just told.
Yeah, they've got the power now because the shops are closing, so they're funneling you in. They're actually got the power now, Reece.
Well,
all
this
these
is
shops that
exactly
are closing, they're funneling you into the shops and the corporations that they want you to go in. They've destroyed
and I've said this
them all,
for
the little
years,
ones.
right before pandemic, for years, yeah. The supermarkets had something what they called loss leaders. Do you know what they are? Loss leaders. They're things like milk and bread and eggs that the supermarkets traditionally sold at a loss. They sold it at a loss. They made a loss on those products. Now they're selling them
at a premium.
And the reason that they sold them at a loss was because when people went into the supermarkets to get the cheap bread and milk and eggs, it weren't just bread, milk and eggs they were buying. They were buying their other stuff from supermarket at the same time. So they could afford to make a loss on those products because the majority of customers spent a lot more on other stuff. Now, because the supermarkets have done what their original objective was, and they've gained a monopoly on the grocery market. You can't really, there are no little shops anymore. There are no markets in town centres where you can go and, browse around and get your stuff. People eat from the supermarket pretty much exclusively these days. Now, because people don't have a choice,
it's gone.
Because they don't have a choice, the supermarkets can now put the price up because they know they've got the market cornered.
Yeah, but Reece, it's all done by design, right? For example,
of course it is.
With And it isn't just about businesses, it's what governments do. For
Getting rid of
example,
cash for a
right,
start, isn't it?
right, this is what governments do. So, right, it's a low wage. So the average family with a couple of young kiddies, right, they've got a place to rent, they've got to pay rent, they've got to look after their kids. The figures don't add up. So the government gives them a way out, go on benefits, and then they can bring in the cheaper labour from abroad. Right then, them young couples with those young kiddies are then reliant upon the state. So if you're reliant upon the state, you're powerless because you haven't empowered yourself by getting up and going out to work. And I'm not knocking anybody that's not working. All I'm saying is it's done by design with the system. And it's the
Yeah.
same model that's applied to the supermarkets. Yes, you're right. They drove out all the smaller businesses. Why? Because they could. Because they had the clout, they had the money, and they also had the backing from these governments.
They didn't pay taxes for years. The big supermarkets, they engage in tax avoidance.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying, Reece, because the governments have given them incentive with tax and other loopholes, right, that they can afford to drive the smaller business down and out of business. And this is, again, another model which is the same. Now, look at it, right? If you're on benefits, you're suckling off the nipple of the government. If you're on benefits, and if you're not on benefits and you're working, we all go to the same place, the big supermarket giants.
Yeah.
Yeah, disposable clothes, no cobblers anymore, no little businesses like that. We don't make our own clothes. We don't get our shoes fixed anymore.
There'll be nobody working in the supermarkets before long. It's all automated before long. So loads out of work.
I'm all
already here, Tyrone. Tyrone, Dave will tell you they're in London already. There's supermarkets. Dave, which ones is it? Is it Amazon or Tesco?
Yeah,
They've got
Amazon
supermarkets
don't
now.
have any checkout
You
there,
walk
people.
in, there's no checkouts,
Amazon
there's
Fresh.
no staff. Not
Amazon
one
Fresh.
It's
person
crazy.
works there. You walk in, pick up your tomatoes, it instantly knows. That's
Coming
the
soon
future
to a
coming.
Sainsbury's near
Coming
you.
soon. All these little, we all went in all these little self-checkouts and we allowed our supermarket girls
Right.
to gradually
And-
be took
Yeah.
down to this.
Yeah.
And with these ones, right, Tyrone, and it's the same with the big supermarkets. They introduced the self-checkouts because it's facial recognition.
Yeah.
Well,
Right.
Lidl's and
Cash is-
Aldi's
no
don't have
cash
anything
is
like that
coming.
at all, do they? The others might do it, but I don't think Lidl's and Aldi's have got anything. There's
Yeah,
no
they
check.
have. Yeah, they've got them in London now. No,
Yeah,
they
they
have
have.
the
They've
facial
got-
recognition. Yeah, the cameras. They're in London.
They've got cameras
But
on
everything
my
starts
local
down there.
Aldi.
I know they
They've got
got
cameras
Yeah.
at my local Aldi on tills.
They go in and out B&Q, but that's
technology,
about it.
Tyrone, with the
I'll be
CCTV.
honest with you, Tyrone.
TV
That's where I very first
the
seen one was an
AMPR
Aldi in
camera.
London.
And all the other cameras, even in supermarkets, they have the software now where everybody's face can be recognised.
Yeah. Green or
That's
red,
right.
people. Green or red. Look at the supermarkets as you
Well,
go
to
in,
be
and
honest,
you can see their
they've
camera
got one in
displays.
B&Q where I am, but when I go up to check, I always push it away, turn it round, you know?
Yeah, but wherever you are in a supermarket, right, and it is being rolled out across the country, London was the first place to have the facial recognition. So throughout the country, it's coming to you soon.
Yeah. 15-minute
I
cities.
wouldn't be surprised, Dave, if it on the streets, on the cameras in the
No,
streets are
it is.
doing it.
This
You
is
know?
what I'm saying.
Well, they have got that in some places in London, haven't they?
Yeah.
No, the CCTV, right, that you see every day, is already geared up with facial recognition.
Yeah.
Put it
Even
like
the
this, Tyrone.
If they're putting cameras up, these days, yeah, they're not going to put one up that is not capable of that particular facet of technology, are they?
No,
Even if they're
Tyrone,
not
when
necessarily
everybody
using it,
starts
it'll be facial recognition ready.
They've got them
Yeah,
all
but
now. When the
they
food
are.
shortages come and everybody starts going out there stealing and they're all wearing these masks and balaclavas, hey ho, put your fingers up because you might as well have just got yourself caught because they've got you. They got you from wearing masks when
Can
you
I
went
just-
in with just your eyes showing.
Michelle, now I'm all for protesting, but with protesting, you are limited, right?
course
You'll
you are.
only go so far with it.
Welcome
The
back.
only way, right, as a collective of people that live in this country are actually
Yeah.
going to get anywhere, you have to form a political party. Morning, UK. And that is the only way you're actually
Can
gonna.
I
Well, they're
interject
just
here?
as fucking shit.
Do you mind if I
New
interject?
parties.
Yeah, go on, Reese.
I think that you are right in some ways, but I think that what we do is we neglect our power as consumers. Yeah. So
Yeah,
the
take your
only
feet elsewhere.
language that business and politicians understand is the language of economics. So take Bud Light, for example. Now, the Bud Light brand's gone through the floor because of their political positioning. People have voted with their feet and they've made an economic decision that's impacted that company, which has made them, eventually the company will change its policy and change its track, yeah? Now, that's because the only thing that companies understand is actions that affect their bottom line. So the only way that we can take back our power is to start acting collectively, but with the power that we have, which is choosing where we spend our money.
Okay, can I interject? I agree with you, right, to a point, but listen to this then, Reese. So, for example, if you like Bud Light or General Budweiser beer, and now all of a sudden you're going to protest, right, and say, well, I'm going to deny myself my most delicious favourite beer to make a point. I get it. But again, it's the same thing with the political parties. If you're only being offered a two-tier system of red or blue, forget about yellow, green, and all the other little parties, right? You're still going
Yeah,
to
what
end up
happened to
with
Lib
some of
Dem?
those two,
What
right?
happened to the Lib
But the point
Dems?
I'm making is by having your
The
own
conservatives.
political party, right? A bit like with the Bud scenario you just gave. Well, go and set up your own brewery.
Well,
You can't. Where are you going to get the financial backing for that? You've got to have some backing to do that.
The issue with setting up a political party is, number one, you just hit the nail on the head, Michelle. You need financial backing to set up a political party. It's not a cheap process.
No, of course.
And number two, the problem is, because of the way that our political system works, once you could have a political party full of candidates all believe in truth and honesty and transparency, but once they get into those positions of power, they're going to be surrounded by people that have been corrupted since year dot, and that's just the norm. It's the way that things are done. So eventually those people are going to be corrupted by the very positions that they've been elected to, supposedly to help people, but the system is what makes that happen. The system's built on being able to manipulate people that are lucky enough to get themselves into positions of power.
Right, I'll get your points, what you're making there, Michelle and Reese. But look at it this way, right? If for the greater of the good, saving your country, your children's and grandchildren's futures is got to be worth more than taking a pocket full of cash in an envelope, right? What would you do?
Sorry, what was the question? Sorry, I was off there. I was doing an email. Say it again.
If you're offered, like, I understand
Yeah.
what Reece is saying, and there is a lot of corruptness within the political system. What I'm saying is, so for the greater of the good, if you want to save your future of your country for your children and their children and their children and so on, for their future, and you're going to stand by your cause by setting up this political party, are you going to take that pocket full of cash, or are you going to stand by your cause?
I'm going to stand by my cause.
I'll stand by my cause all day long.
Yeah, if you stick your hand out, you just become the same as everyone else, I suppose.
Exactly.
That's how we all start out, though.
So,
But I
Reece,
wouldn't trust anybody, any of our MPs in Peterborough.
What about
That's for
this
sure.
financial model then, Reece? Right? Now, if I, for example, or you, or Michelle, or Tyrone, or Ministry, or UK, or who's the other one at the top?
Amanda.
Anyway, Amanda. Sorry, Amanda and Chris, and everyone in chat. If any of you were to set up a political party, let's just use Reece as an example, right? So, Reece, I'm gonna subscribe to your party. So, if each and every one of us, yeah, say you was to get 10 million votes, and we were to subscribe £5, right? That's 50 million.
Yeah.
Right? That 50 million is going to go some way to getting your party off the ground.
Or buy you a new house.
No, I wouldn't want a new house. My house is
Like
perfectly
BLM
adequate.
are in. BLM are in £8 million worth of debt. Can you believe that?
You're going to have to get security then because you're not going to be able to
That's
keep
the old
security.
problem with it, though, isn't it?
Of debt, and they were fucking. They got how much money raised?
Yeah, but technically speaking, all that debt's bollocks because they can just print more money. It's just all a fallacy with the money situation. You know, okay, yeah, we all need money to pay bills and whatever else, but technically speaking, money don't really exist, does it? It's just there.
It does.
So
Well,
they
it
can
does
just
when it
write
gets
that
put
money
back
off.
on. But because this is what's happened with Canada. They've borrowed. Their fucking Trudeau borrowed billions, hundreds of billions during lockdown, and he's just hit every single resident, no matter how many's in the house, £1,200 a year now extra they've got to pay, and the businesses have got to pay more than that. So no, it's okay. They'll print more money. They'll print as much of it as they want to, as we want them to. But it'll be us that'll end up paying it back.
But all the time, the politicians have got a free reign, to do whatever they want to impact on
Speeding
each and every
tickets,
one of our lives. We're fucked. So why I'm saying set up a political party and everybody subscribes, paying a fiver membership, and I'm sure you'd say, for example, you get 10 million, right? Subscribe to you. That's 50
Michelle, you
million.
get that link?
I couldn't find it. I'll have another look in a minute.
I'll put it on your doodah.
I know. I went into my comments and
you know,
I couldn't find
What
it.
video do you want me to put it on
Right?
then? Which
Remember
video
that old
that'll
saying,
make it come quicker
Remember
to
that
you?
old saying, sorry to speak over you. Remember that old saying, put your money where your mouth is. So if everybody was singing from the same hymn sheet and they're going to get behind this political party that's
It
going to
goes
have their
deeper than that, though.
heart.
It goes deeper than that, though, mate. It's
No, I know,
as
but
I said,
get
it
it
don't
started.
matter. You can start a political party and you can get people elected, yeah. But once those people are elected, unless you, in my opinion, if I was to start a political party, I would run on the platform. I would run on the platform of destroying the political system that we have at the moment.
Yes,
changing it completely.
What, like the Monster Running Living Party?
The what? Oh, well, yeah, exactly. The fact is, the system that we use at the moment is broken. The reason it's broken is because it's been built by the rich and powerful for the rich and powerful.
It makes no difference who's in power, Reese.
Exactly. So the only way that you can change that paradigm is to change the system that the power is projected from.
Get the power and change the system.
But you can't go from
Fight the power.
sublime. Can you? You know what I mean?
My opinion is that we no longer need representative democracy, which is what we supposedly have now. Yeah, we have elected representatives that represent our interests supposedly in Parliament, and those are the people the politicians that are responsible for the fucking shit that we're in. But I think that we have the technology now to be able to institute a system of direct democracy where we all get a say, an equal say on all the issues. Why can't we, why can't we have a referendum when we want to decide what we're going to do with the country? Everybody should have a say, not just the politicians, because the politicians can be bought. And the only time we elect the people to make these decisions, we don't get any input on the actual decisions themselves.
I think she is, Al. Well, Reese, will never happen. We won't be involved in anything.
Well, what about
just the peasants?
What about the Brexit referendum? They allowed us to vote on that, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they thought it would never happen.
So, but then in my mind, they'd have probably, if it hadn't have happened, we'd have waited a few years and then they'd have tried to do it again.
No, they were so cocky and brazen that they thought it would never ever happen.
Yeah. What
and
it
because
was,
it did happen,
they didn't want to
Cameron
take responsibility for it, so they
out
give
the
it to the
pram.
people to
It
take the
always
responsibility.
Sorry.
They wouldn't take
If
responsibility,
George joined
would
that
they? So
plan
why
and he
giving it to the
resigned.
public?
That's done. He resigned.
Yeah.
It's civil
I'm
war.
gonna drop a 15-minute warning in. I'm gonna be shutting down in about 15. Just to
Fucking
let
hell, don't
everyone
you start with 15 minutes?
Where's that?
Yeah.
Ministry, have you put on
This is Ministry of Madness's 15-minute chat. 15-minute chat, guys and
Fucking hell.
girls. To go with your 15-minute cities, your 15-minute meals, your 15-minute workouts.
15-minute meals? Fucking hell. 3-minute pings.
15-minute readers' wives. Let's go.
Where's Michelle gone?
I tell you what, if I
Fell
last
off.
15 minutes, it's a good thing these days.
So, you know, when Civil War coming, this is what, you know, people say, oh, no, it's not going to happen, it's not going to happen, but
Everybody's been saying it for ages.
There you go, Tyrone. Try that. Does that look like it's
Everybody's
working
waiting
in
for
the
somebody to
back
lead
now?
them, but they can't fucking lead themselves.
Yeah?
Is anybody familiar with how the Roman Empire met its decline?
Means if you write what one's near you, and did you say it was Scrampton, wasn't it, Amanda?
No,
Right, which one's
Scampton,
it's
darling,
near?
Scampton.
Can you put it in the back chat, and then I'll have a look when I'm doing Telegram.
Your mic crap.
Love my connection.
Yeah, it's crackling like hell.
Weather's a bit shit today, isn't it?
No,
Yeah, bad here.
not super. I've got my morning chores to do.
Yeah.
So if I don't do me morning chores, I get all twitchy.
Yeah, I've got to crack on as well. I've got some stuff to do.
Yeah, I'm going to finish charging in about 10 minutes, so I'll stay on until I'm done.
Yes, really good, interesting discussions this morning again with no shenanigans, which is nice. Yeah, my last few lives have been. That's what it's been about. So
you can have a conversation without ranting at people, can't you?
And without being personal.
Oh, I don't
You
know.
can disagree.
Yeah,
I don't know.
If we all
some better, Michelle.
You might be pushing the fucking luck. Yeah, well, you might be pushing your luck there. Where I'm concerned, I'm just going to be honest.
What?
I'm always going to be the one the other
but
side of it that's going to say no.
it's the best. It's the best way to be is up front, though, isn't it? It's
yeah.
You know.
Oh, there it is from 5 p.m. That must have been.
Oh, how did you talk
yesterday
about?
for
You said something the other day,
Tyrone.
Michelle. You said you tried Taco Bell for the first time. Was that good?
Yeah, it's on the A16, literally. I didn't even know. I've been in this city since I was about 11 years old, and my friend has lived in Crowland, and I had no idea that that's part of Lincolnshire. And literally, it's up the road from me. I can sneer on spit at her house, and yet that's Crowland. And I'm like, really? As soon as I got there, I thought, is it? What they call this?
I think I went through that
Lincolnshire,
village
but
the
yeah.
other day.
A16. Well, yeah, you will do. You come down the A16, don't you, to get to the A47 and
Well, the
then
SatNav
the
just decided to
A1.
take us to Newark the other day, just for no reason at all. It was beautiful, but it fucked us
Yeah,
up.
it was the A16 services. The new.
Was it good? Did you like it?
Oh, it's all right. Weren't too bad. To be fair, what I paid for a whole meal there, I usually pay for one burrito, and I must admit, the burrito I usually get at the A605 services, they're much more filling. But I'll go back. I got a free lot of churritos, and I've got 20% off and another lot of free churritos because I did a TripAdvisor for them. But yeah, fuck 'em.
Oh, is that
It's all right.
Mexican place still open in that services? I haven't been there in about 6 or 7 years.
No, this is the new one on the A16. The A16 is a brand new road, but it's not as nice as it used to be. It's gone downhill. But yeah, it was just that right. It's right there. It's not even there. I looked on there. It took me to a house. I said, well, this ain't fucking Taco Bell. Clearly. It was like a mile over the other way or half a mile over the other way on the services, but there was nothing to tell you there was a Taco Bell there. KFC's
I've
there
noticed that
next to it.
all of the Starbucks on the motorways have now got charging stations for cars, which is good, and they're the good ones as well.
You've lost another 2,000 odd 3 ones. Did you know that? When that
Mm-mm.
first started, there was nearly 6,000 free electrical electrical charge ups. Now they're down to close to 3,000, I think it is. You've lost thousands of them because of the electric, innit? The supermarkets ain't
Yep.
letting them free anymore. They're charging because it's gone through the roof.
Yeah,
Well, I go
we
to
had
the service. I go to the actual car dealership sometimes and charge for free.
yeah, we've had electric stations put in a couple of our local car parks, and
Oh,
I
yeah.
can honestly say I've never seen them being used.
No, never do you?
They might have been. They might be being used at night, you know, but I can honestly say I've never seen a car plugged into them.
You know, there is actually a way of, if you've got an electric vehicle, there is actually a way of sort of scamming the system to get free electricity for your house.
There's a couple of EV chargers under my stairs that are sat there doing fuck all and all at Mins. What
Yeah.
good they are
Charging
there, I
cable.
don't know. Sorry?
I've
I've
seen
been to
people
2 different
charging
Halfords
cars
to
at
buy the
home.
charging
That,
cable, and they don't have any.
Charging cables?
Yeah, well, I need a 3-pin one because I've got a box outside. I just need a 3-pin plug. And bloody, I went to 2 different Halfords so far. Oh, we don't keep them in stock in this shop. What the fuck?
you get one from a builder's merchant.
A
Buy 'em
builder's
online.
merchant.
You get one
Wait
from a
till
builder's
it,
merchant.
but just go through the government. The government will do you a. I think they're still doing
Yeah, I'll get a
money
grant for
off
it when I
on
move
getting
house, but
EV
I'm not.
charges.
Yeah,
I'm waiting until I move house.
They use the 3-pin plugs for transformers.
Yeah,
Builders
110 volts.
generators to transform it, yeah, into 240.
Yeah, we threw about 5 of them out the other day, the other month. Them little generator things with them 5-pin plugs on. Put them out the front. My old man's always fucking loads of tools go out there. Neighbours are always coming around picking them up.
Yeah, they're about 200 quid, the plugs that I need. It's not too bad, but
You know.
it'll save me a fortune.
Need to get in
trying to charge
touch with
them myself,
someone
you
who
know?
does the electrical. They might be able to get you them cheaper.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Did you get that, Michelle? I put it in back chat. There's one in Leeds in June, and then there's
is there
one.
in Leeds?
Yeah, there's one in Leeds in June, and then there's another one in July in Lincoln.
What day is that, Amanda?
Stand by your bedposts.
The 10th of June, what day is that?
10th of June, Saturday, love. Half one.
Shit, I've got
Victoria
dog
Square.
rooms that
I'll be
day.
working.
What is that one in Leeds?
That's the Leeds one, yeah.
That's next week, isn't it? I've got dog groomers that day. Wonder that ain't a problem. Okay. Let me see what's going on Telegram.
And then I think that this group's actually on Telegram. I've got a leaflet somewhere. It's got a QR code, you know, for Telegram, Instagram, and Facebook.
I'm on. Are you on the Voice of Wales official on there?
No, I don't do Telegram. I can't be dealing with that. To be fair, drives me crazy.
I only go on it. It's just for the posters and things. That's how I get all my information during lockdown. Just go and look for the posters, see when the date, the time is. There's one in Cardiff. 17th of June. You've got the Cardiff in. Is it John St Queen Street, Castle End by Burger King? If anybody's up there in Cardiff, a cashless society and 15-minute cities. You've got a demo going on there as well on that day, 17th of June. I'll have a look through this one. I haven't been on Telegram for a while, but I'll go through it and see if there's anything. There's loads of little interviews on this Telegram one for the Wales one.
Yeah, there's something on there. The logo on the bottom of this thing said "Stop the boats." I don't know whether that's anything to do with it. It doesn't tell me who's organised
Anybody
that.
heard of the uprising? Has anybody heard of this? I was listening to it and watching something about it yesterday. It's called The Uprising. Looks like there's a new player in town. Yeah, it's for people, and I'm like, well, who are you? Where have you come from? What are you on about? Do you know what I mean? What do you stand for? But hashtag The Uprising.
No, haven't heard of that.
No, new one on me and all. I'll keep my eyes open.
Right, Ministry, I'm going to get off before your 15 minutes starts beeping as something my phone blows up.
Yeah, I'm going to shut down in a minute. Oh,
Yeah, I better get off.
now,
I've got
actually.
freedom. I've got things to sort out. Got emails
Yeah,
to do.
and me.
Right,
I start
I'll
getting
speak to you
twitchy
later.
if I don't do my chores, so.
Yeah,
me
thanks for
too.
letting me on, Ministry. Have a
Thanks
great
for
day,
having me.
everybody.
Cheers, guys.
Yeah.
Take care, everybody. Have a great day.
Yeah, cheers, Michelle. Cheers, Amanda. Cheers, Reese. Dave's muted on the phone. I'll kick Dave. I'm just going to finish and say that if you like, I'm not sure who's live. I'll have a quick look. But it's Torb's birthday. I know he said he's off a couple of days. But if Torbs goes live, I think we should all give him a big fucking birthday thumbs up in his chat. If you're looking for something to watch, peeps, Flavors is live. Don't know what he's up to. She Digs It UK is live also. Yeah, it's been a good discussion this morning, and I appreciate all the panelists holding it up when I can sit back and go quiet sometimes and let people converse without jumping in, which is nice. It's nice to do. It's nice, for have a decibel level for a change. So yeah, if Torbs goes live, please give him a big thumbs up, a like, and a comment because it's his birthday. And if you're not up to anything, go and give Flavors a big thumbs up as well. He's live this morning. He's been off for a little while. Had a few things doing, so he's been off for a little while, and he's just coming back. So give him a big fucking thumbs up. I'm going to go and say good morning to him before I start my chores now. So big up everybody for coming in. Ciao for now. I'm going to play a Ping video. Nearly forgot then, didn't I? Which one are we going to do? We'll go with this one. I don't know if this one's got a bell on it, but...
Excuse me, fucker, but who do you think you are to come here acting like a complete dog shit? Mentally incapable, monkey fingering, white dog shit eating, nana banging, fucking bin dipping junkie cunt who likes to project your own insecurity and flaws onto others. Now fuck off and look for used needles in a city centre public toilet. Bastard cunty fuckwit wanker spaz. Ha 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 ha.